We'll go ahead and get started. First question, Jonathan Fagan.
Hey, Stephen. Um, First time going against the Mavericks. What are your feelings about your first time against your former team? And since it's Sunday, do you get to take the rest of the day off since you won't really need to look at any film on them?
I have plenty of film to watch on the Mavericks for sure. They're a problem. But it'll be good to see those guys. Obviously, Coach Carlisle did so much for me, and I haven't really gotten the chance to say thank you in person to him. So I'm looking forward to that. And then the guys, Luka and KP and Dwight Powell and Dorian Finney-Smith and all of those guys. Tim Hardaway Jr. I'm really just looking forward to seeing them. Not necessarily looking forward to playing against them because they're a good team, but we're up for the challenge.
Simone Ali.
Hey, Stephen, do you have an update on James Harden's status for tomorrow?
There's an issue with sound. If you can repeat the question.
Hey, Stephen, do you have an update on James Harden's status for tomorrow?
No update. He got some shots up today, and we're still gonna just have him do his treatment, and hopefully he'll be able to play tomorrow.
Mark Berman.
Stephen, do you have an update on Ben and KJ?
Yeah. What did I hear about Ben and KJ? Okay, so yeah, they're available tomorrow to come back to the team. Obviously, they haven't been doing much for the last little while, so it's going to take them a little bit to get reacclimated, but they'll be available to come back tomorrow, come back to the team tomorrow.
Cody Davis. Cody. All right, we'll move on to Ali Kambajani.
Hey, Stephen. For Christian, you've mentioned before to us that he can both switch and play in your 55 defense, and then he can also be in drop coverages and other defenses. What are his strengths that you aim to maximize in those defenses in particular, as a rim protector and dropper, ice, and as a switch defender?
Well, yeah, as a drop defender, he's so quick and long that he's able to play two as the ball's coming towards him. He's able to, fake at the ball and then get back to the screener, roller, whoever that might be. And he had a couple plays last night where he did so, where they were looking to turn the corner and we were on the ball handler's hip, but he was able to kind of be in the way of the basketball, but then get back, and he stole two passes that way. So his quickness and length and drop coverage are big, as well as his rim protection if the ball handler does get all the way to the rim. And then on the switching, he just has a knack for staying in front of the ball, being long, being quick. He has quick feet and making it a tough shot on some guys. He had a couple possessions against Jamal Murray when we played Denver last night. He had a couple good possessions against them. So, against the switch, he holds his own. And a lot of times they're shooting mid-range fadeaways. I know Buddy Hield had one last night where he went baseline and had to fade over an extended hand by C. Wood. He made the shot, but C. Wood made it a tough one.
Thank you.
Adam Spolling.
Stephen, you have a lot of players who have a lot of experience playing in a switch everything scheme, and they're used to doing that. So because you've had such little time to really get acclimated with some of the other stuff, do you maybe foresee yourself having to play more switch everything at this point?
Yeah, that's the quandary, I guess, that we're dealing with, and you illustrated it very well. We obviously want to build our base defense and our drops and that sort of thing, but there is a comfort level with the switching. The issue can be that they did it a lot last year, and there's, James, Eric, Tuck, who are very comfortable in it, But then we also have John Wall and Christian, who aren't necessarily as comfortable with it. So when you have 3 guys comfortable with it and 2 guys not necessarily super comfortable with it, it doesn't make for a defense that you can kind of hang your hat on. So we're trying to get to a point where we're comfortable, all 5 guys, in all aspects of our defense, and that just takes time.
Cody Davis.
Hello, Coach.
Hello.
Okay, cool. We haven't seen you use much of DeMarcus Cousins through the first 2 games. Is his limited playing time based on minutes restriction, or is it more so trying to find what rotation works best to utilize his talents?
Yeah, I mean, there's a couple things. He's obviously a big part of what we want to do, but Christian Wood is a big part as well. So just the way the minutes kind of work out, if Christian's going to play 35 minutes at the center position, that doesn't leave much for Cuz. But figuring out a way for them to possibly play together, also being conscious of the matchups of the opposing team. You know, if they're going to play bigger, it's easier for Cuz to play. If they're going to play smaller, sometimes it's a little bit harder for him to play. So it really is based game to game, but we're trying to make sure that we can maximize his talents and the minutes that he gets.
Brian Bearfield.
Coach, with the condensed schedule that you all have this year, how hard is it to prepare for other teams that you don't play, 2 times in a row like you did the Kings, and you all are playing almost every other day?
Yeah, it's hard. I would say it's probably a little bit easier to prepare for the opponents, just because you are kind of locking into play calls and actions and that sort of thing. The hard part for us is, so today, after guys played so many minutes, we really weren't able to do very much besides walk through a little bit and watch some film and let some guys get some shots up, but we want their best for the game. So the us part, the Rockets part, and drilling down the things that are important to us, the things that are going to be our staples offensively and defensively, those are the things that are becoming a little bit of a challenge to kind of nail down with the shortness of the preparation time and the way that the schedule is set up. So I would say the preparation for the opponents is a little bit easier than gaining the continuity for our group.
Thank you, Coach.